It's not a 30-second story. It's a little longer than that. So bear with me for a second. I had an amazing thing happen to me in Los Angeles this past weekend. Had an opportunity to go to the Getty Museum and have the docent that took our small group, our family group around, was the curator of the Rembrandt exhibition that's there now. She spent 10 years curating the whole exhibition. And the whole idea behind the exhibition was to teach the public the difference in a Rembrandt drawing and his pupils. Now, and we're talking about drawings that are probably only this size, 8 by 10s and that sort of thing, pieces of paper, and most of them were pen and ink with some wash in it that he used. But over the years, there's been lots of confusion whether a piece of work, a drawing, was a Rembrandt or one of his pupils, because he had about 24 students that came through his studio in Amsterdam over the course of about 20 years. They would stay and study with him for 2 or 3 years at a time individually. They wanted to learn his technique. Well, through the scholarly research that they did, you can see the difference. It's just amazing how much difference there is in the Rembrandt drawing and his pupils. He brings the drama into the scene. He creates a story, and even while his pupils were drawing the same scene, and that's what often happened, they would go out and draw the same landscape or the same circus scene or whatever it was, but totally different. Although a lot of people saw in the drawings of his pupils it looked like Rembrandt. In fact, there are a lot of people that think they own a Rembrandt, but it's not. And so once you go that deep into the difference, it's very obvious that which is a Rembrandt and which is not. That was an amazing discovery. But I apply that to our business because the Rembrandt was able to be in the mind of the scene itself and the people in the scene, and wanted to draw out as much drama as he could. His pupils tended to paint a portrait of that scene. In other words, just sort of dull. Although beautifully done, it didn't have the drama that Rembrandt's drawings did. And when I went through the exhibition, I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that there is a similarity in our business that, if you're really good at communicating through art and words, visuals and words, that if you're into your consumer's mind, the more you understand, the more you know them, and the more passionate you are about bringing that out, the more you'll be like the difference in a Rembrandt and one of his pupils. Because there is a difference in our industry in terms of the creativity, and most of it all goes back to the word brainwooer. I mean, that's why we say that the divisions are powered by brainwooer. Brain meaning discovery through research and all kinds of observations of people, and really studying how people think and read and watch television is more important than reading books. In other words, is more important than most other aspects of our industry, to be observant of people, which Rembrandt was. The woo part of brainwoo is just what it means. It's close to Valentine's Day, and so it's like wooing someone over. And in fact, that's what it does mean in the dictionary, is to woo one over, to win one over. So when we put the knowledge of the consumer and how they think and feel, and put that with the I guess the romance of the copy and the visual, and woo them to our client's product, that's what we mean by brainwoo, and it happens in each division.